E McNeil, why are we here? What's going on? Tell me about everything in the universe.
You are in the future. Welcome to the future of virtual reality.
Okay, that's fine. So you made a special game. Why don't you tell us about it?
Right. So I made a virtual reality game for a new virtual reality headset called the Oculus Rift. And my game is like a cyberspace hacking game. So it's like the fantasy of the Hollywood hacker where you're inside the computer taking out the security programs. And they've sponsored a game jam, which is a limited time game making competition.
There's no actual jam, like a loser gets jammed.
It's more like jamming and music.
Okay, gotcha.
And so, you know, indie game creators will come together for game jams occasionally, and they sponsored one with prize money for 3 weeks to make a game for the Oculus Rift. And so I decided to take that idea I'd have of, you know, the cyberspace game and put something together in 3 weeks, and I'm proud to say that it won.
Nice. So, why Oculus? Like, what drew you to it?
Well, they had a lot of great hype from people I respect. You know, game developers like Gabe Newell and John Carmack, who's now on their team. And, you know, to somebody in the industry, those names mean a lot. They carry a lot of weight. And so if they show up and say, there's this thing you've never heard of before, but it's the future, I believe that. And, you know, once I got to try it out myself, then, you know, I could add my personal experience to that evidence.
And so you were telling me, I think earlier, that you are going to like actually develop it for the system. It's going to actually be on what they have in the future, right? Right.
So what I have now is the development kit, which is, you know, sort of a limited version of the Oculus Rift. And I'm planning on taking this demo I made in 3 weeks and expanding it into a full game, hopefully to go along with the consumer version of the Rift.
Oh. Okay, so there's still no actual release date, but they said probably 2014 or something.
Yeah, I think the quote is months, not years. So it's going to be soon, but there's no announced date. But they're improving the hardware all the time. Like what we're trying out here is actually the HD prototype. So you know, the previous version they had of the development kit was about 720p resolution, and this is about 1080p, and it could go even higher. And that adds a lot to the experience.
Okay, so have you tried other people's games too, or did you talk to anybody else or get involved with them?
I tried a lot of demos that came from the same contest. A lot of people, they weren't required to, but they just sort of in the spirit of the thing, they posted all the demos publicly online.
Oh, wow.
And so I got to try out a lot of, you know, the competition, and some of them were really excellent. There's a game, one of the ones that I was sort of surprised wasn't one of the winners here, was a game called Private Eye, and it's sort of like Hitchcock's Rear Window, where you're a detective who's broken his leg and you're staring out the window.
No
So
way.
You're looking around in this virtual reality, and you can like zoom
great.
in and solve mysteries. So.
I love that concept. And is it just going to be like, did you develop the game by yourself, or you anyone on your team or anything like that?
I was able to develop the game on my own.
Yeah.
There's, you know, a lot of tools now that make game creation much easier than it used to be, and Oculus has made a big effort to integrate their technology with those tools. So for me, I was used to using something called the Unity game engine.
Yeah.
And because I was already, you know, good with working with that, Oculus just sort of provided me a little bit of code, and I just had to, you know, sort of drag and drop it into my project, and it worked.
Oh, well, that sounds great. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
On your game, and I can't